Alrighty, guys, we're now 6-0 in our last 6 crowd pleaser teasers on my website at pt.1.com/BrockPage. And if you want to see a full video breakdown of every single one of my personal plays here today, games that I personally have my own action on, there's only one way to do that, and that's to sign up for my full access, all-inclusive board member package. But before we dive into some more of that, just want to take a quick timeout and welcome you to my NBA free pick video here today for Monday, March 27th, 2023. Happy Monday to you. Hopefully you guys had an outstanding weekend. Of course, my name is Brock Page, and I've been, what have I been doing? Oh, I've been dishing out free sports picks right here on YouTube since 2016. I also sell my personal sports bets on patreon.com/BrockPage. And once again, guys, we are 6-0 in our last 6 crowd pleaser teasers on that site. And if you sign up for my crowd pleaser teaser package here today, you're going to get access to that membership for the next 30 days. The math actually works out to be just 33 cents a day if you sign up here today. And as an added bonus here, guys, you're also going to get access to all of my cheaper memberships absolutely free. They're going to be included with your purchase. And once again, guys, if you want to see a video breakdown of every single one of my personal bets here today, all of the games that I have my personal action on, the only way to do that is to sign up for my full access, all-inclusive board member package. Now, if you sign up for that board member package here today, you're going to get access to my Brock Page podcast. You're going to get access to every single personal play of mine. And you're also going to get access to every single package that I have on that site until April 1st. Now, I currently have over 575 members who are signed up and active on my website right now. And of course, you may be wondering what the difference is between what I do here on YouTube and what I do on my website. Well, what I do here on YouTube is I'll handicap the entire slate of games in any given sport, side, and total. What I do on patreon.com/BrockPage is I actually share with you which one of these free plays on these videos that I'm actually betting on personally. And with that, guys, let's go ahead and dive into some free content. We're going to start off with the Mavs at the Pacers, 7 o'clock Eastern tip-off. Dallas is -1, totals 234. And even though Dallas is the slight favorite, looks like they're going to work without Luka Doncic here today. I know it was a pending suspension, but I think he's out. I think he's suspended for too many techs. It's like 16 technical fouls on the year. So it seems like he's out here for today. And I'll tell you what, even when these guys are mostly healthy, they've been pretty awful here as of late. They're on a 4-game skid, and they also took the loss in 7 out of their last 9. And I'll tell you what, out of 37 contests away from home this year, the Mavs got the W only 14 times. Now, Dallas's biggest issue has been their offensive rebounding. They're grabbing fewer boards a game on the offensive end of the court than any other club in the NBA. They're currently facing a Pacer team who really hasn't been great themselves. We're not going to sugarcoat it, but Indy does still have a winning record at home, believe it or not. They also have a winning record against the point spread against Western Conference opponents at home as well. Buddy Hield's drilling over 42% of his shots from beyond the arc. Meanwhile, the youngster Benny Mathurin, he's scoring over 16 points per contest himself. Now, injury-wise, Halliburton and Turner are banged up. Keep an eye on them. Of course, Duarte and Brown, they're still inactive. Now, for Dallas on the other side, once again, Luka Doncic, looks like he's out. He's suspended. Too many technical fouls, so he's going to be sitting out at least 1 game. Now, these guys are also 80% to the under in their last 10 at any location. 5 out of their last 6 road games did stay under. Now, the Pacers on the other side, they are 61% to the under against Western Conference opponents. Give me Indy +1, under 234. Next matchup, Bucks, Pistons, 7 o'clock East. Milwaukee's -16.5, totals 233. Now, the Bucks should be able to cover this number here. They're 9-1 in their last 2 meetings with the Pistons. They averaged 121 points a game in those gatherings. They've been quite dominant. Now, the Bucks are also the toughest team to shoot against on the road in the NBA. They currently lead the association in defensive field goal percentage and defensive three-point percentage away from home. They're the best in the NBA in both of those categories. Giannis Antetokounmpo, he has a handful of blocks on the year. He also grabs 9.5 defensive boards a game. Now, Giannis is scoring a team-high 31 points per contest as well. Meanwhile, Drew Holiday averages nearly 20 points a game himself. Now, they're facing a Pistons team who gives up nearly 120 points per contest. Aside from having the worst record in the NBA, they're also in the bottom 3 in the NBA in defensive boards. Now, injury-wise, Joseph and Magruder are questionable. Burks and Stewart are still inactive. Meanwhile, for the Bucks on the other side, they're mostly healthy except for Myers Leonard. He's currently battling a calf injury. He's scratched for tonight's game. Now, total-wise, the Bucks have held Detroit to just 105 points a game in their last 10 head-to-head meetings. So if you're into historical trends, certainly want to think about that one there. Now, the Bucks are 25-12 to the under in all of their road trips. Now, the Pistons on the other side, they saw 5 out of their last 7 at the Little Caesars Arena stay under the total. Give me the Bucks minus 16.5, under 233. Next contest, Rockets, Knicks, 7:30 p.m. East. New York's minus 13.5, totals 230. Now, the Knicks are one of the better rebounding teams in the NBA. They're in the top 5 in defensive boards per game at home. They're also snagging more offensive rebounds than any other team in the NBA except for Milwaukee. Julius Randle snags double-digit rebounds a game, and he also leads the roster in points. Meanwhile, Josh Hart, he's drilling 54% of his three-pointers through 18 games with New York. Now, they're facing a Houston team who lost their last 5 straight, and they currently have the worst record in the West. And no real surprise here, guys, the Rockets are allowing 123 points a game in their travels. Now, injury-wise, Jayshawn Tate is questionable for the Rockets. Meanwhile, for the Knicks, Jalen Brunson's banged up. Keep an eye on him. When it comes to the number, the Knicks saw overs against the likes of Miami, Minnesota, and Portland recently. They're also 10-4 to the over against Western Conference opponents at Madison Square Garden. Now, Houston on the other side, they saw 3 out of their last 4 road trips get over the number themselves. Giving the Knicks minus 13.5, over 230. And with that, we're going to jump into our next and final matchup for part 1. It's going to be in the Suns-Jazz game, 9 o'clock Eastern start time. Phoenix is minus 6, totals 234. And as bad as the Suns have been playing here recently, they are coming fresh off a 20-point dismantling of Philly in their last outing. It also looks like they're getting back big DeAndre Ayton here tonight. He's responsible for double-digit rebounds a game. And he also makes 59% of his shots from the field. And speaking of shooting the basketball, the Suns are one of the better three-point shooting teams in the Western Conference. Damian Lee's making 44% of his attempts from three-land. Meanwhile, Devin Booker, he's leading the roster in points. Now, they're taking on a Utah team who's on a 3-game skid themselves, and they've struggled with Phoenix in recent gatherings. Out of their last 10 meetings with the Suns, the Jazz lost 8 times. They average only 109 points a game. When it comes to defensive play, the Jazz allow more points a game at home than most clubs in the West. Now, injury-wise, Rudy Gay, Jordan Clarkson, and Colin Sexton, they're all still out. Meanwhile, leading scorer Lauri Markkanen, he's also questionable to suit up as well. When it comes to the scoring, the Jazz saw their last 10 straight all get over the total. Meanwhile, Phoenix went 9-1 to the over in their last 10. Give me the Suns minus 6, over 234. And with that, guys, now it's time for our quick pick recap. Give me the Pacers +1, under 234. Milwaukee Bucks minus 16.5, under 233. I'm 6-0 in my last 6 crowd pleaser teasers on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage. And if you want to see a video breakdown of every single one of my personal bets here today, there's only one way to do that, and that's to sign up for my full access, all-inclusive board member package on that site. Give me the Knicks minus 13.5, over 230. With my next and final pick for the video, give me the Suns minus 6, over 234.